All right, so now we've been having Taylor take shoulder shots, but she's been proving herself so far. So what Tyler and I told her is, look, on this next one, if you're feeling up to it, and it's a big hog, you know, you got a big target, go ahead and make a brain shot. I'm just staying quiet. They get my thumbs up, and when she's ready to let them have it, she can do whatever she got to do.
Dropped him. Good shot.
Howdy everybody. This week the high road's going to be doing some hog hunting. Okay, we're going to be joined by some friends of ours coming in from Timber Creek Outdoors.
So my name's Tyler Tiller. I'm with Timber Creek Outdoors. Timber Creek is a family owned and operated manufacturing company, and we started with modern sporting rifle accessories. We've also started making parts for pistols and rifles. So Timber Creek's a family company. We work together, and what you'll see this week is we do a lot of hunting together.
We're going to be joined by a pretty little shooter, and I've been watching her grow up. Her name is Taylor Tiller. And Taylor's been on the show many, many times before, and that little girl can flat shoot.
I'm Taylor Tiller, and I'm from Oregon, and my family owns and operates Timber Creek Outdoors. So this time we're going out for hogs, and this is actually my first time, so I'm super excited.
What happened, the Tillers came down, and we took them out on a deer hunt first, but we took Colton. Now Colton is Taylor's brother. And Colton wound up shooting a really nice management buck with us.
All right, when you're ready, go ahead. Keep in mind he's a little bit quartered to us, okay? Okay. Ready?
Hey.
Come on. When you're ready. I think that was a good shot.
Look at your deer, look at it.
Good job, bud.
Good job, okay.
Meanwhile, Taylor, well, she was just patiently waiting, and all of a sudden it's like Colton gets tagged out, and all of a sudden, now we promised Taylor a hog hunt, and we're fixing to do it. And this hog hunt is gonna be a nighttime hog hunt. And to add more interest to it, it's not gonna be with me. I'm not gonna be doing the guiding. Okay, we're gonna have a couple of friends who might do the guiding.
My name is Randy Tausch. I'm with Night Hogs.
My name is Gerald Holleb in Seguin, Texas with Night Hogs. I've got a day job, but my night job is going out and smoking hogs.
We're based out of Seguin, Texas. We do guided spot and stalk hog hunts with night vision and thermal. We have a very, very high success rate. We never guarantee success, but we do usually achieve success.
These guys are the very first people ever on YouTube with night hog hunting, ever.
So far, since Gerald and I have been hunting together with Night Hogs, we've killed nearly 5,000 hogs. And we have people sometimes that say, you're not having any impact. Clearly we are having an impact. If we remove 5,000 hogs over a 15-year period, we're eliminating many, many, many more thousands of hogs. One of the things that we do different from everyone else, or a lot of other people, is we harvest every hog we kill. If the hunters don't want to take the meat, it gets donated to a local food bank. About 6 months after we started hunting, I knew Keith Warren had a ranch in South Texas, not far from us. I thought about the idea of inviting him on a hunt. And so we hunted with him in mid-2009, so nearly 17 years ago. And we've hunted with him many times since then. And he and I and Gerald had a blast doing it.
And Randy and Gerald are like family to me, and so are the Tillers. And so I put the two families together, take Taylor and go hog hunting. Let's see what happens.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I bought my first thermal scope. This is the original Bering Optics Hogster. Longevity is something that's really, really important with these things that cost so much money. I've had this thing 5 or 6 years, and it still works just like it did the day I got it. Keith uses Bering Optics exclusively, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the newer stuff that's on the market.
Of course, they asked me, they said, do you want to tag along? I said, look, I just had knee surgery. I'm having a hard time walking around in the daylight, much less the dark. No, I don't want to go. I'll send Johnny. And Johnny said, put me in, coach.
All right, so I'm gonna get to take out Miss Taylor Tiller on a thermal hog hunt. Now, I've been filming Taylor for a long time, and she is about the coolest girl you could ever dream of going hunting with. So being able to do this with her, and it's actually gonna be her first time thermal hog hunting, it's gonna be a heck of a good time.
Taylor's a very experienced hunter. We've came down to Texas and hunted a lot of exotics. Back home, we've harvested a lot of deer and elk. So Taylor's always game for an adventure. She's excited to be here in Texas, but she doesn't think she's gonna get that excited about a pig.
Deer hunting back in Oregon is a lot of fun for us, and we've just grown up doing that. We shoot a deer and go down the road and just show everyone, and we all get to celebrate together. So we'll see if hog hunting is as good as that, but I just don't think it will be.
but she's never harvested a pig before. She's also never hunted with thermals. Completely new experience, and she's really excited to be down here on this hunt.
All right, so now here's the deal. For those of you that have never been thermal hog hunting before, there's a lot to consider. First of all, first and foremost, bar none, is safety. All right, especially with Taylor because she's never done this before. So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna see if we can find some hogs, get in close, and line her up for a perfect shot.
So we plant our stalk and we start walking in. As we get closer and closer to the hogs, we go slower and slower. We communicate very well with the hunter, making sure that they know exactly which hog we want to shoot.
Now this first group we come up on, it's like the perfect setup, all right? There's only 2 hogs. They're actually up on a tank dam, so you can see them real well, and it's pitch black dark. They have no idea we're there. So they get lined up on these hogs. I'm looking straight over the back of them. The hogs are on the tank. They're in front of me, and I'm trying to get both the hunters and the hogs in the shot. And at this point, they look back at me for the big old thumbs up. And the second I give that thumbs up, I know she's about to make it happen. So Taylor shoots and this hog goes running, and you can see he's doing that, what we call the death kick. You can tell he ain't going far, and he runs in the brush, and we say to ourselves, hey, we're gonna give him a little bit of time, and then we're gonna go in after him, see if we can find him. All right, Taylor, I think the question that everybody here wants to know is, how did you feel about your first hog?
It was so awesome. It was the best hunt ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because Taylor here, all right, she's a tiller, all right? And if you know the tillers, they've been hunting with Keith for a very long time. They're with Timber Creek Outdoors, but this is your first time hog hunting, and you really got pumped up.
Yeah, it was super exciting. My heart was beating out of my chest.
That's a good thing, though. And this was your first time using thermal?
Yeah. I've shot a couple times for practice, but never on an animal.
Well, you did great. Yeah, we snuck in there, folks. I was actually filming behind Gerald. This is Gerald, all right? He's with Night Hogs, and we've been hunting out here on these properties with him. You can actually hear the cars going by because we're hunting in back in some neighborhoods here in Seguin, Texas, just doing some hog management. We're obviously being very safe, but I was using the thermal behind these guys to film them, and Taylor and Gerald snuck in on these 2 hogs up on the tank bed, and you made a real good shot. We ended up finding the pig. He ran off. But Taylor, like I said, she's with Timber Creek Outdoors. What'd you think of that gun you're using?
It was super cool. I love all the colors and all the Timber Creek parts.
Yeah, it's got the Timber Creek grip and the ambidextrous safety, and that ambidextrous safety is actually perfect for these situations where you can check the safety from both sides and make sure it's good. But no, we're using that Bering optics. It was absolutely phenomenal. We got some great footage, and I'm glad you had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
Now, here's the other question is, do you want to go out and do more of it?
Yeah, absolutely, anytime.
All right, yeah, I think we should get this sucker packed up and see if we can go find some more. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Let's do it. Yeah. Let's get back out there. Yep. Now with Taylor, all right, first of all, this is her first time thermal hunting. Okay, Randy and Gerald, they're not used to having someone behind them filming, trying to make a TV show. And Tyler, Tyler's done a lot of, thermal hunting with us, but, the fact of the matter is I've got a bunch of people up there that they've never really done much of what we're doing now. So I've got to really make sure this goes well. All right, so I give them the thumbs up. And with this many pigs, once she shoots, it's a guessing game as what's gonna happen next. I'm hoping she's gonna shoot multiple of them, but I've just gotta kind of try to be on my game and see if I can get it on film.
Okay, relax and squeeze the trigger easy.
So Taylor shoots and she whacks the first one, goes running off in the brush. But now pigs are just going every which way direction, all right? Yeah, it's hard to figure out which one she's gonna go for next, but I know this little girl is gonna get a second shot on one. So I'm scanning around, looking at which one she's gonna shoot, and bam, she shoots. I catch it right at the last minute. She pops the second hog, and this hog doesn't go far at all either.
There you go, that's a hit.
First of all, folks, just to let you all know, Taylor shot 2 hogs tonight, at least we think so. You felt good on the first shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she ended up popping that one, the second one. But the thing about hog hunting is that these are extremely invasive species. Okay, and we looked for that hog, just so you know. We really went out and tried to find that hog. We couldn't find the first one. But the thing is that they are extremely invasive, especially around these parts with farmers and ranchers. They're tearing up all sorts of things out here. So they really welcoming Night Hogs coming out here and getting them out of here. Okay, so the coyotes will be eating good tonight somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be taking this guy back. I'm gonna ask you again, you wanna go back or you wanna keep going?
Let's keep going.
All right, that's what I figured. These guys are walking in front of me and we get up on this group of pigs, all right? And these hogs are considerably bigger than anything we've seen so far. All right, which is great because it's a bigger target, just like we were talking about.
On this particular stalk, we got in really, really close to the hogs. thought we were going to make the shot there, and for some reason they walked away. So we wound up not getting the shot. But as we kept listening, we could hear that they were not far away. So we stood there for a little while waiting to see if they would come back, and they did.
Sure enough, I couldn't believe it. These hogs walk back out, all right? Typically, the hogs are smart, man. When they leave, they're gone. But sure enough, these hogs start walking back in. So Taylor gets set up for a shot. I'm just staying quiet. They get my thumbs up, and when she's ready to let them have it, she can do whatever she got to do.
I can hit him right there. Squeeze easy. Nice and easy. You shoot two, that's just nice and easy. Dropped him. Good shot. Stay on him right there. Stay on him. Get on him.
Yep, I'm on him.
Stay on him. Good shot, Tay.
So wham! Taylor drops this hog in its tracks, and gosh dang it, I mean, you could just see the excitement on her face. All right, that was the first one that she dropped right where it stood. All right, Taylor, I'd say it's got to be your biggest hog so far.
Yeah, it for sure is.
What'd you think of that?
Well, I didn't know what to expect because I've never done this before, and then when it dropped in its tracks, I was so excited.
I think we all were excited
I didn't
for
think
you.
I'd be this excited over just a hog.
No, that was really cool, especially to see that drop. And, you know, I was back there filming it, and to see you, you know, I saw you give her a nice little kiss just because you were so proud. How'd it feel when he just hit the deck, especially a hog this size?
It was just so exciting. I did not expect that.
First pig hunt and watching it drop, man, it just was the icing on the cake right there.
There's no better feeling than watching that drop.
Yeah, well, what I like to see, and this hog did it, when the bullet hit it, the hog went stiff. It's like a statue. And then it slowly starts to go down. That's when you know you made a good shot.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, Randy, thank you so much for taking us out.
We had a great time.
Keith has been hunting with Randy for a long, long time. Randy, tell everybody a little bit about what you do and how they can get in touch with you if they want to come out here.
Our business is called NightHogs.com. You can reach us on our website. You can call me, 210-884-7311. I take care of all the bookings, so I keep the schedule.
Awesome. Yeah. And the key to what they do is night vision and thermal. And Randy actually uses Bering optics as well. You know, that's exclusively what we use. And it is an absolutely phenomenal product. It makes you the ultimate predator. What do you think about that thermal?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome watching it drop in the scope.
It really is. And again, Tyler and Taylor Tiller are from Timber Creek Outdoors. And, you know, they make all these phenomenal gun parts, chassis parts, parts for pistols. They take your firearm and they really bring it to the next level. The last question I got for you, Taylor, is do you want to wrap up the night? Do you want to keep hunting?
No, keep hunting.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, we're going to get this sucker wrapped up and we're going to go see if we can get some more. Stay tuned. Now, this property we're hunting on is super cool, all right? First of all, we're on farm ground, but we're like surrounded by houses. Yes, we've got to shoot the pigs, but most importantly, we got to make sure we're safe. So it's all about just doing our best to make it happen and making sure Taylor's comfortable. So we creep up on these big old pigs and Taylor's getting lined up for a shot. And me, I'm just back there making sure to get it on film, making sure to not be surprised for the shot so I can get some nice crisp footage. So Taylor shoots on the first one and that one goes running. I know that one's not gonna go far. And then I look to my right and all of a sudden I see two pigs. Well, and they have no idea they're there. So I start whistling as much as I can, like trying to notify them that there's more pigs standing right in front of them, right where the other hog was, and that they need to take another shot. And I'll tell you what, it did not take Taylor long to figure out what was going on. Taylor shoots the next one and sure enough, that one doesn't go far either. And I'll tell you what, this night, it's turning out to be a pretty dang good night.
So did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I kind of figured you would. But you know, the thing is, normally what I like to call us hog hunting at night is a shoot 'em up bang bang. Randy and Gerald do things differently. The way that they hunt hogs, in my opinion, is the best way to introduce somebody to hunting hogs. I mean, one shot, one kill, and get good at it, and then go kill another one and get good at it and learn how to do it. And all these pigs, they've gone to a good cause. Okay, people that are hungry. I mean, we wound up, you said a little bit ago, what about face paint now?
We forgot to do face paint.
Yeah, well, you know, if y'all didn't watch that show years ago, I mean, Taylor was a little girl. We have a lot of fun when we're hunting, but for this hunt, I kind of sat back and I want to make sure that they were in good hands with Randy and Gerald, and they were, but that she had a good time, and that's the name of the game.
Overall, I'm super grateful that I could come on this trip and be able to spend time with everyone. And I just had a lot of fun shooting pigs and hanging out with the high road and all my family. Gosh, I just love coming out here.
As a father, it's really special to be out there hunting with my daughter. We get to build moments and memories that are going to last forever that we wouldn't be able to do anywhere else.
There's one thing that God gave us all the same, and that's the 24 hours in a day. Okay, what do you do with that time? Okay, what I want to do with that time is I want to spend with people that I enjoy. And so when we have people like the tillers come down, it's that time that to me is valuable. They trust me with their time. I trust them with my time. And there's this mutual respect of time that I think that we share that brings us closer together. That's the reason why I say the way that I truly spell love is T-I-M-E.